My colleague Kojo Brace is out, finding out your thoughts also on this. So let's hear from him.
To the citizen microphone here on the AM show on Joy News. Today we're on the street again. It's been almost a month since we started this e-levy implementation. How far has it gone? What's the impact? Has it changed anything 30 days on? Let's speak to you. Let's start out speaking to some Ghanaians on the street. Now, Chief, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
What's your experience with e-levy?
Since they implemented the e-levies, lately I don't send money. I do more of withdrawal than sending money on my phone, and also I don't see why they implemented the e-levy, because we already been charged for the transfers and the transactions that we do. So at one point, I think 1.5 is too much. Okay. It's too much for us. Yeah.
So you've still not changed the attitude towards us since they implemented?
Oh no, because they said they are going to use the profits for development and all those stuffs. But we already have resources that gives us a huge amount of monies that we can use in developing the country. So it's not this mobile money e-levy thing that is going to change anything. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So for him, things haven't changed for him. The way he started is the way he's going 30 days on. He feels that there was no need to have implemented such a levy. Well, let's try and get more people here. Hi, good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
We are 30 days into the implementation of e-levy. How do you see it?
Okay, to me, it does not help me because it doesn't make my dad send money to me because of the E11. So when I'm come to do practicals, I suffer before getting the money. So to me, the E11 is no good. Yeah. So president to do something about the E11.
So your father is not sending you money because of the e-levy?
Yeah. Yeah, because whenever he sends me, he will send me low, but my practical is high. The money is high because of the E11. You have to send me low. Maybe if my practical is 2.5, he's supposed to send me 100 cedis. Small. And the time I can't do my practical because of the E11.
Oh, so now what he does is that instead of sending you the bulk 250 cedis, he does every day 100 cedis.
Yeah.
So by 3 days, then he'll finish sending you the money.
Yeah, that is what he always do. So the E11 is not helping me. To me, it doesn't help me at all. So to do something about it for us. Okay.
So you want your parent to change, or you want government to do something?
I want the government to do something.
But you don't want your father to do something?
No, because it's not for my father. Because when I was coming to school, my father sent everything you could. Because when the E11 came, it was something problem. So our president should do something for us.
Okay, all right. So there you have it. She also feels that, look, because of e-levy, her father breaks the thing down, and it's not helping her. Chief, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good. You are into the coconut selling.
Coconut.
Great. 30 days on since we implemented e-levy. How do you see it?
Oh, there's no, for me, I see like there's no side effect. There's no effect because it's like don't deposit anything into your account. Just hold your money in hand and go to the merchant and then let the merchant send to you. That's all. So don't do anything like deposit into your account on phone. That's all. That's my idea.
Oh, so you have not been depositing?
I don't deposit into my account.
You rather go to the merchant and say, okay, send to my father, send to my mother.
That's all.
Oh,
okay.
That's your coping mechanism.
Yeah, that's me. And moreover, too, I don't send more than 100 Ghana. At least less than 100 Ghana, then I'm done.
But if you do that, you're not paying taxes on the e-levy.
Yeah, I don't pay anything on the e-levy. Normal charges.
But why? You don't want the state to get money to do?
No, not the state, but actually, like, it will affect me, so I wouldn't do it. That's all. Yeah, so I wouldn't deposit anything into my account.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and moreover, if somebody deposits money into your account, don't send it on your phone. Go to the merchant so that the merchant will withdraw for you, and at the same time, you will send it to the person that you want to send it to, so that you'll be free.
Now you are spreading a bad idea.
Oh, that one will be less cost.
But so then you are denying the state from getting resources from e-levy to do the development they want.
Educating the state too. I'm also educating the state so that they will not go into much cost. Okay. So that's all.
All right, so that's his plan there. Let's try and speak to more people. But once we are done with those who are sending the monies, let's try and speak to a merchant to find out more. Chief, I don't know, can our cameras get him in there? We do, great. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing, sir?
By His Almighty grace, I'm doing well.
30 days into the implementation of e-levy, how's it going?
Oh, it's not bad, but the challenge we are now facing is that people are refusing to do deposit onto their phones because they don't want to pay the e-levy tax. That is the challenge we are having. You know, when MTN and the other networks give us the SIM, we are supposed to load their wallets so that they do the sending from their phones to the recipients they are sending to. That is the idea of mobile money. We don't have to send money to recipients. We should only deposit to the person, the customer standing in front of us. That is the main agenda. But since the e-levy came, it has changed. They are refusing to deposit the money onto their phones. They are refusing to deposit the money onto their phones. That is the idea now. You see, when they come, instead of them to give us their numbers, they tell us they are doing deposits, but they rather give us the numbers that they are sending to. You see, which is also not the best way. So for me, I don't know how it will be done because I'm not a lawmaker, and I don't know how the authorities also see it. But right now, that is the routine going on in the system now. It's only few people do the deposit onto their phones. We sometimes tell them that the e-levy is such that your first 100 cedis a day is free. So even if you are doing a transaction of 100 cedis less, you can deposit on your phone and send because it's free. They'll deduct free. Only few people take that advice. So, most of them gives us the recipient they want to deliver the money to, then we send. You see, so that is what is going on in the system.
Oh, okay. So in this instance, in a day, if say 100 people come to do transaction, how many of them do what you're talking about?
I can strike it like, let's say 20. 20 only do deposit onto their phones.
80 do
mostly, yes.
Wow.
Yes, that is what is.
And then on that, they are not paying taxes.
That is how I will call it. Yeah, it's only few. So out of 100, like you said, it's let's say 80-20. Only 20 load onto their phone. You see, and it's also against our work because normally, you see, we are being paid on commission basis. Our turnover that we do, that's what we pay. And they always tell us that when we don't do direct deposit, our commission will not yield what we expected to yield. So it's also affecting us.
Okay.
That
So
is
if that's the case, why are you sending on their behalf?
You see, we don't intentionally send on their behalf. They are not transparent to us. When they come to us, they don't tell us they are sending.
Okay.
You know, on our phone, we don't have send on our phone.
Okay.
The menu that we use to do transaction, there is nothing called send.
Okay.
It is deposit.
Okay.
Because that is how they design the whole thing. Okay. People should deposit on their phone. You see, so
how are you able to
whatever
tell
we cannot tell. You see, but you see, normally what makes us know that it is not because the names that they mention. Let's say, supposing I know that, or I know you are a male, then you give me a number which comes with a female name. Obviously, it is not your name, but you told me you are doing deposit, but you've already done it. You see, and you can't deny him also. You see, that is another thing that some of them will say, oh, my sister just sent me, she's in the house, so she said I should put it on her phone, and you can't deny that she should bring their phone and other things. You know, sometimes we respect them because when they are not there, we are also not there. We are working in hand with them, so sometimes we just have to respect some of the things that they say.
Interesting. Okay, all right. So is there any based on your experience, any advice you would give the GRA and government as to how they can help reverse this trend?
Actually, it is challenging. You know, I don't know the research they did before they brought in this tax. You understand? I don't know well they did their research to know how people do transaction in the market. So I cannot advise so much because for me, before such implementation will come on, although it is very beneficial to the country, I'll make sure that I'll look at the trend at which people do transaction. You see, there are a lot of uneducated people in the system who don't know how to send money from their phones. You see, so mostly, instead of them to do the sending from their phones, we used to send for them. You see, sometimes we load the phone and we take the phone from them and we do the sending. You see, so that was what we were doing it before. When the person comes, we load the number, especially those that don't know how to do the sending. When we load onto their phone, whoever they want to send it, they give us the number, and then we do it from their phone. You see, so after this has come.
So we have to come back into the studio to wrap up this conversation, but let me just say that it's interesting how this mobile money vendor confirms what you were saying. And this is random person we are speaking to who is confirming. He wasn't even listening into the show to know what we were talking about. So he's confirming what Mr. Frimpong Danso said. He says they aren't supposed to send cash. All they're supposed to do is deposit on your account or in your wallet. So like you mentioned, you're hoping to roll out a certain technology that will check whether the phone or the number receiving the deposit is within the radius of the phone sending it. So if it is not, it means the transaction will fail.
And that one is being done in some of the African countries. And I think, you know, when you leave it in the hands of human beings, they will try to cut corners. With the technology, you cannot do anything about that. Just like when I'm calling your phone and you are sitting by me and your phone is off, you say, I cannot reach you. So we are going to employ that technology to try to stop these things.
We appreciate your time this morning. Patrick Frimpong Danso is a member of the E-Levy Technical Committee at the GRA. We've been talking about the E-Levy's implementation a month on. I know you have a lot of questions. We will have him again, or a member of the committee soon, once they are done with that meeting with the EMIs. We want to know how much the government has been able to make since the E-Levy was implemented, and whether we can tell if we'll meet our target at the end of the year. Grateful that you could also join us with your comments. Don't go away. When we come back, I'll be hosting the Akosombo International School. It's 60 years, and well, we have a lot to celebrate. More later on the show. Do stay.